What if I told you you don't need 8 hours a day to start building your own online business? You don't need thousands of followers, you don't need to quit your job, and you don't need to spend every waking hour glued to your cell phone. I want to show you exactly how you can build an online business in just 2 hours a day, even if you're working a full-time job and starting from scratch, just like I did. Because the truth is that most people aren't struggling because they don't have time, they're struggling because they don't have a simple plan. And by the end of this video, you will definitely have one. If you've ever worried about what would happen if your job disappeared tomorrow, if you've ever felt nervous about rising costs, AI changing industries, and depending on a single income, you are not alone. I hear from people every day who aren't necessarily looking to become millionaires. They're looking for peace of mind, they're looking for options, and they're looking for a way to build something of their own that is for life, that they can be proud of. And that is exactly why I started building my own online business. Not because I wanted another job, but because I wanted more options in life. And today I'm going to give you the exact same framework that I would follow if I were to start again today. It's a simple 2-hour daily routine that helps you to build skills, build confidence, and build something that belongs to you, that nobody can take away from you. But before I show you this routine, there's one mistake that keeps people stuck for months. And if you're making this mistake, it doesn't matter how many hours you're going to put in. So the reason why most people never see results is because they spend so much time preparing. They're researching, they're watching videos, they're taking notes, they're buying courses, and they're looking for the perfect strategy. And while learning is important, learning alone doesn't change your life. Action does. I know people who have watched hours of training, but they've never posted a video. They've never shared their story. They've never helped a single person. And because of that, they're exactly where they were 6 months ago. The goal isn't to know everything. The goal is to do the next thing every single day. And that leads to the biggest myth that most people believe about building an online business. People often tell me, Laken, I don't have time for this. But when we take a closer look, most people don't have a time problem, they have a focus problem, they have a priority problem. Think about it. How much time do we spend scrolling, watching videos, jumping between strategies, comparing ourselves to others? Time adds up. Now imagine just taking 2 focused hours and putting them into activities that actually move you forward. Not busy work, not perfection, progress. That's where everything starts to change. You need to spend 1 hour a day creating content. Now, before you panic, content creation doesn't mean become an influencer. It simply means sharing something helpful. Sharing what you're learning, sharing your experiences, sharing solutions. Think about planting seeds. Every post is a seed. Some won't grow and some will grow slowly. Some will surprise you, but none of them can grow if you never plant them. I recommend creating 1 value-based video, 1 quick tip, 1 short awareness video. Simple, not perfect, simple. Because consistency beats perfection every single time. When you're new, focus on helping people. Answer questions, share mistakes, share lessons, share breakthroughs. People connect with real people, not perfect people. But creating content is only half the battle, because if no one sees it, it's not helping anyone. The next 30 minutes, you need to be focusing on visibility. This is exactly where many people stop, because they post something and they hope someone finds it. But instead, you need to be intentional. You need to share your content. You need to engage with communities. You need to leave thoughtful comments. You need to participate in conversations. You need to become visible. Not because you're trying to sell something, but because you're trying to serve someone. And remember, people can't learn from you if they don't even know you exist. So visibility creates opportunities. Now comes the part that most beginners completely overlook. And yes, this is often where trust is built. You need to spend the last 30 minutes engaging. Reply to comments, reply to messages, reply to emails, help people. This is where relationships is built. Many people think business is about posting, but business is about connection. When someone comments on your content, they're raising their hand. They're saying, I see this, I relate to this, I'm interested. Don't ignore that opportunity, because trust grows 1 conversation at a time. The reason this simple framework works is because you're focusing on activities that actually matter. You're creating, you're showing up, you're helping, you're building trust, and you're doing it consistently. Most people underestimate what they can accomplish in a year, not because they aren't capable, but because they quit too early. The people who win aren't always the smartest, they aren't always the talented. Often they're simply the ones who are the most consistent. So what is the real goal? And this is important. The goal isn't just building an online business. The goal is creating options. Imagine knowing you have skills that nobody can take away from you. Imagine knowing you can learn, adapt, and grow. Imagine knowing that you're building something that belongs completely to you. That is powerful. That is why I believe that everyone should be learning digital skills. Not because everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but because everyone deserves options. If this video helped you to see that learning and building an online business doesn't have to be overwhelming, smash that like button and comment "I'm building options" below if you are committed to creating more opportunities and options for your future. If you'd like my free beginner's guide, click the link in the description below, and remember, you don't need more hours, you need more focus. 2 intentional hours a day can completely change your life. Start simple, stay consistent, keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.